Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm doing your weekly reading for the week beginning March 12th. So thanks for joining me. There's a full moon tomorrow on the 12th. I'm taping this on Saturday, the 11th. Full moon tomorrow in Virgo, in the sign of Virgo. Two of my best friends are Virgos. So let's just jump right in. At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, which is the Ace of Swords. And this is a card that cuts through it, it's kind of interesting thinking about Virgo. Virgo is very much about the details and getting sometimes lost in all the details, but they want the granularity, the really all the little fine details is really important to them, and it makes them very good at a lot of things because not everyone has that level of attention to detail that Virgo has. Now, when I'm thinking about that's just on my mind because of the full moon with this Ace of Swords, this is going to, yes, it gets focused, but it gets singularly focused. So in a sea of sort of facts and details, you're going to be able to hone in on the one or two really important things. This is just a aha idea, a new idea, a new way of thinking, a change in thinking, the start of something. I'm no people don't like it when I talk about myself, but I'm sorry, it's my channel and that's how I give examples. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you when you write to me that you don't want me to talk about myself. So, um, I often have a lot of ideas. I'm a more of a big picture thinker, and it's difficult for me to narrow them down and pick one. And so, if that sounds familiar, if you resonate with that, like, yeah, I have a lot of big ideas and stuff, but this week's going to be the week where you can, for some reason, and we'll look at the other cards, sort of focus and be like, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to work on. It's like you need to pick something, and something's going to come about this week where you're going to be able to do that. I always like to do little full moon ceremonies, nothing fancy, just writing something down on. I do this in the new moon and the full moon. I'm not sure if it's what you're supposed to do, but I just think it's a cool thing to do. And my mom even gave me these, I think they're called like wish papers. It's just paper that you write on that you can burn and sort of let it go as a symbolic affirmation. I that's how I view it. So I think it's a good idea to write it down. It makes it more real. It makes it more concrete. It gets it out of the realm of thought and more into the realm of action. Oh, we have another ace over here. Cool. So we have the King of Fire. These are all those amazing ideas. This is the energy, the King of Wands. I love this card. He's my favorite type of boss, my leader to work for, because he leads by keeping people excited and motivated and enthusiastic about their job. So he motivates in a positive manner that gets you excited and energized to do your work, instead of maybe, not that the King of Swords isn't a good leader, because it's nice to be led by facts as opposed to um, more subjective feelings, but as maybe like a water sign leader would lead by. But I just, maybe being a fellow fire sign, I just really relate to this. So I always say, call upon your inner King of Wands. This is a little bit of a leftover from last week. How do you get yourself motivated? How do you channel that energy into something productive? So you don't only have to motivate, sometimes motivating other people actually is a good way to motivate yourself. Isn't that weird? Like, if if I'm charged with sort of getting other people motivated, it helps me motivate myself. Anyway, um, maybe that's just because I'm nosy in other people's business. Who knows? But call upon your inner King of Wands and keep yourself motivated with whatever is on your mind, whatever you're focused on, whatever you want to bring from thought to reality. In the middle of the reading here is the Hanged Man. And so what I'm kind of feeling is that for some reason, and I'm not sure if it's true or just a feeling, but you feel prevented from moving ahead at the moment. You feel like you can't move forward on these new ideas quite yet. So what I would say is when you're in a situation like the Hanged Man who finds himself, stuck, you can, metaphorically hanging and not being able to move anywhere, is to use that time wisely. And instead of focusing on the fact that nothing's happening, you're expending all that energy on something that's really not productive. Nothing's happening, it's not productive. Say, okay, I have some time where something isn't moving in the direction I want, but it's a good time, like that Virgo energy, to look. My mouth has trouble working. To review things that you have done, get things in writing, make a plan, review that plan many times, talk about it with other people, talk about it with this guy because he'll give you some good ideas and keep you motivated. Use the downtime wisely and productively, and look at things from as many angles as you can. If you think about it, if you've ever been outside and laid on the ground and looked up, or even stood on your head and looked around, it's a really cool but almost uneasy feeling at first because it's disorienting. You're not used to looking at things a different way, so it takes a while to acclimate. But then once you acclimate, you're going to see things differently, and it can expand your mind, and it may bring in a flood of new ideas. The lesson of the Hanging Man card is to gain perspective, which in turn brings enlightenment and wisdom and new knowledge. And then you have this beautiful, beautiful Ace of Gardens. And I love that it's called Gardens because I have spring fever and I cannot wait to get outside in my garden. This is a beautiful offering from the universe. This is a tangible offering. This is a new job, money, resources in which to make your thoughts a reality, new health, new home, new job, just all these beautiful, beautiful, tangible things that we will see change in our world, new beginnings. So these two paired together is turning a thought into reality, turning the thought of the Ace of Swords into reality, the Ace of Pentacles. So really cool reading, and I just love with that. I know there are all sorts of other aspects and things to think about. I'm not an astrologer, but just thinking of this full moon in Virgo, who's such a practical sign, and so it really feels like taking all this energy of this king, this really focused idea, thinking about it from all angles and really preparing, using this time to prepare. And this Virgo energy, once you're able to really move on it, is going to then provide all the tangible resources you need to start bringing things into reality. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel and liking and subscribing and sharing and all those good things. And I'll see you at the next reading. Oh, just a reminder, the March monthly readings by zodiac sign is they're all posted. And I also had done 2017 overview readings. I think those went up in December. If you want to check those out, see how they're playing out in your life so far. Thanks again. Bye.